Okay, for another dye experiment, I have a bunch of Goldenrod. I've got about 150 grams in the pot. It is from Forests and Meadows, which is a lovely little Etsy shop that is in Lithuania. So I thought it would be really fun to try to dye my husband a Lithuanian flag, you know, nothing ambitious, out of natural dyes, and hopefully from Lithuania. They don't have cochineal there, and I don't know what they made red with, but I'll try. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the brand, and then I will show you the Goldenrod in the pot. This is the Goldenrod. It was dried. There's about 150 grams total in there. I saved 50 grams as a giveaway for the village level patrons of the Village Weaverbirds. This will bring up to a nice rolling boil, reduce it to a simmer, and then we'll probably give it about an hour to simmer. These are dried, so usually fresh dye gets extracted. You need more of fresh plant matter, and you need to boil it for less time. So this we might need to let go longer. If you mordant with alum, the Goldenrod will turn bright yellow. If you mordant with iron, it will turn a very deep kind of green color, which maybe I'll try, but I don't know that I want to make a whole bowl of iron. Anyway. We'll get this going, and then we will see how it dyes onto a variety of different fabrics that I have left over from all of our earlier dyeing experiments. So we'll give these an hour now that they're boiling and see what we come up with color-wise. Okay, it took me quite some time, but I did strain all of the Goldenrod bits out of this. I'm a little worried because when you make it from fresh, I just watched someone else doing a video of it. I probably should watch these before I start my experiment, but I never do. They were saying if you overheat it, it will turn kind of a rusty orange color. And while it did look rusty orange when it was sitting in a jar, it's very yellow when it's poured out. So I have a bunch of silks and a different warranted items to try, and we will give this a go. Okay, let's hope we have not overheated it. It didn't say I couldn't boil the other ones. It does look a little brown. Thankfully, I saved some back. So if we really borked this up, we can do it again. Let us hope that it will be okay. Shouldn't have worried. It's been in there 10 seconds. It's bright, bright, beautiful yellow. If I leave it in there longer, does it get darker? The cotton obviously doesn't like it, but wow. Alum. Goldenrod. Winner. As I'm pulling out the second fat quarter of silk, I'm beginning to think I may have made this dye bath too strong. Weight of fiber equal to the weight of fiber might have only meant for fresh plants. This is quite yellow. Oh boy. Bad dye bath problems again. Oops. Okay, I have put a lot of fiber in here, and it is still coming out like the most beautiful royal imperial yellow. So we've made an inexhaustible dye bath, and we also learned that oak gall does not help silk do anything. So unless you're making iron blanket prints, don't use oak gall tannins on your silk. It makes it not like any dye, is what we have learned. I'm going to take this out before it gets any more yellow. I seem to have made another inexhaustible dye bath. Holy Mary, look at this Goldenrod experiment. Several people made me very fearful on the internet about boiling it, but once it is dried, it seems to be very much fine. This is the awesome Goldenrod I got from Lithuania. What I wanted to point out, it was recommended to use alum. That's this one, perfect. This is alum on the Habotai style silk, and this is from Anini Designs, who is located right by me in Ramona, and you can check the link in the description box below for a link to her shop. So these are both just alum. We learned that oak gall, the silk just doesn't want that. It doesn't like it. It's not interested. It does not want your help. It doesn't like it. It hates it even more on cotton. Don't try to dye. Some of the fancy cottons just don't like natural dye. But I wanted to show you the massive difference between the alum triformate, which is a known brightening one, and it's meant for all different fibers. The silk really likes the alum triformate. It really put it a whole shade richer. And it's not necessarily more golden now that it's dry. It looked a little more golden than the others, but really it's not. It's just a more true yellow. And then this is alum on the silk charmeuse. And it looks like literal prayer cloth fabric. It's so beautiful and so even. And this was all with about 150 grams of the dried stuff and a big pot of water. But is that not like the most beautiful, true yellow? And so this will be perfect to make one section of a Lithuanian flag with, first of all. And also just what a lovely rich yellow if you were looking for yellow. So you could do prints onto this. We could dye blanket over this. You can do all manner of things, but I just wanted you to see the huge difference between the alum and then alum triformate. Amazing. And then oak altan, just like, don't bother. The silk hates you for it. It doesn't want it. It doesn't like it. It doesn't want your tannins. No, thank you. It's more of a dye to it than anything else, it seems. All right, well, thank you for coming on this exciting journey. If you would take a look at my Patreon, I have lots of cool patterns for embroidery and all kinds of movies and weird stuff and vlogs and interesting things over there. It's a lovely community, and I hope to see you in the next experiment, wherever that may take us. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!